Welcome back to the second walkthrough video on the SchoollyEdTech payment module. This is the second video for the payment module. The payment module is used to manage all payment of the school. Student payment for different categories, for different payment names. The payment detail in the first video has explained how to enter the payment chart, that is the detail for each of the payment for the section and for the term. In this second video, we are looking at getting reports for the payment detail. Now, in the list of modules here, we look for the payment here, and we can see the payment module. The payment module is restricted for the people that are privileged to access that part of the portal. You already know how to set up privileges, giving staff status to your users on the platform. Then the payment detail should be accessed by those that are assigned to access the payment detail. The payment detail allows us to enter all the payment detail, approve payment detail, see how much students have paid, and also get a report for what is on the payment detail. We can equally download this in Excel format to have a backup file of it on our local computer also. So let's see the payment. This is the payment detail, and we can see the list of payments that have currently been made by student. This payment can be searched by the payment name, by the student detail, to see what students have paid, what the list of the payment that a particular student have paid. And then we can also see the list of the classes here, where we can filter payment by classes. Of course, if you want additional filter on your own payment detail window, you can request for that. The portal is customizable. If there is any customization that you want, the way you want your payment detail to be filtered, to be seen, you can request for such customization. Most of our customization are free, except we are doing a totally different building of a different tables into your portal. That is when we may little charge may apply to such. So on the payment detail, we can view the payment detail of any listed on this window. Like if I click on this, I can see the detail of the payment. You can see the student detail is this, the payee is this, the payment name is for school uniform, this is the amount paid, and all other detail. We can confirm payment. It's already stated in the first video. We can confirm payment so that the student can get receipt for this particular payment. We can simply go back to the payment list. We can enter a new payment, add payment details, where we can push in a new detail for a payment that has been made. We see the student detail, the payee. Why the student detail is different from the payee, might be different from the payee, is that the student that this payment is referencing, and then who is recording this particular payment. You can choose the student details to be the payee at the same time, or you may decide to choose another user that is the one recording this payment. So that is why we see that student detail and then the payee detail. So there is this search box here for the student detail, for the payee and the payment name, so that it will be easy for us to search out the student instead of looking at the student one after the other. So I click on this search button and I can see the list of the students in the school. This enables me to filter by the class. Let me filter by SS3, and I can see that I have only 3 SS3 students here. So and I want to make payment for 23 school 003, and this is the last name of that student, so I can pick that. Like you see, it has returned a number also. To get the name of the student is very easy, but if you are comfortable, you can just go ahead and enter other data. But to get the name of the student, just do a save. With a save, you will see the name of the student and the student username will be pushed out. So then the next thing we need to do is to enter the payee detail. Who is making this payment? If it is the same student, of course, you need to get the student username, which is 23 school 004. So I can go 23 school 004 here, or search for it here if the list is a bit much. then I can enter my payment name. What payment am I making for this student? So I can search for it and I see all the list of payment that the school has registered in the payment chart. I can filter by the category of that payment. If it is for tuition that this student is paying for, I can see all the list of the tuition that is for the school. This is the secondary school tuition, this primary school tuition and all that. So I click the tuition and all these details have already been entered. You want to see the detail, just do a save, and then you will see that this payment is actually for secondary school tuition for this student, for this payee, and then for this student. Then I can pick the bank where the payment goes and the date of the payment, if I'm using today, and then the installment level. The payment method is bank transfer. The depositor's name I can put it yourself, and then if there is any teller number, if there is any discount also, the portal gives you the ability to give student discount. So if there's any discount that has been given to this student, let us look at this payment detail again. We have this payment detail, and then the amount paid by this student, let's say is 12,000, for instance. This student is paying 12,000 naira. Then on the tuition fee, this particular student has been given a 10% discount based on performance in the previous term. So you can put the discount in the percentage. The discount is calculated in percentage, not in the figure. So the figure will be calculated by the portal for you. Just put the percentage discount you have given to that student. So let's say it's 10%, then I can just go and save it. So saving this now for that student 04, it has actually, the amount the student paid is we said is 12,000, and then the payment is not yet approved because the approve is not selected. If the approve is selected there, we will have seen it green button here. The green button indicates that the payment has been approved. Once you are satisfied with the payment, just click the approve and save, and the student can get the receipt for that particular payment. So this is how to get it from the admin panel. Remember, those that are given the privilege to enter it in the admin panel can do that, and doing that in the admin panel seems to be very faster than even when you are doing it from the dashboard itself. So let's go to the dashboard and see the report that we can get from the payments made so far. So we go to the dashboard. On the dashboard, we are on the dashboard home. I'm currently logging as a super user or as an admin user. So here I can see the student detail, the student tools rather, where I can view detail about students. Then right down there I can see the payments. The payment, where you see the list of the payments, you enter all the details for the payment, like adding bank details and all that. But in this case, we want to see all payments. So we can just click on all payments, and this enables us to see all the payments that have been made on our portal. We can filter the payment by the payment name, by the payee name, by the student name, and all that. And we can see the status of the payment, the ones that have been approved and those that have not been approved, so that we can go back to the admin panel and make approval of them. In this payment summary, you see that we have the student detailed here, and we have the type of payment, that is the category of payment. We can see the fee that is the student is supposed to pay for that particular payment, which is 45,000, and then what the student paid is actually 45,000, and the payments was made on this date. So we see all the payments that have been made also down there. Now, when you look at this payment somewhere here about tuition, you can see it says discounted. That means the total payment that this student is supposed to pay is actually 125,000. It's been has been given a particular percentage, and that is why you are seeing that it is discounted, and the payment due for this student is around 12,500. The student pay 12,000 on this day. That's just the payment we just entered recently, and then you can see it is discounted. So that's the way you will see discounted payment. Also, any student you're giving discount, the total debt, of course, will be deducted from the discounted amount due. We can get this from the payment reports. If you go to the payment reports, down on the last option on the payment menu, you see a comprehensive detail of the payments for all the students. You can see we have the student detail here. We have the description for the payment. We can see that it's for first term, it's for this term, and it's for this payment. Then we can see the fee due is this, then the fee paid is this, and the day that payment is made. If the student has a debt to settle, you would have seen the deduction of this from this. Currently, for this first student, you can see there is nothing to settle. The student has paid completely. You can see the installment level. We can see the method that it's a bank deposit and it is paid by the name that you see there, that be paid by myself. Then we can see the second payment also, and it goes like that. Any discount payment, we will always see it. You can see that in this payment, this student was actually given a 10% discount. A 10% discount. That is what makes the fee due to be 112,000. Other students that pay the same fee, the same fee category, will have 125,000 as their amount due. That's their fee due. And this payment made is 12,000 deducted from this, and the total is this. And you can still see it's still indicating that it's a discounted balance for the student. So you can see the debt of the student, the amount paid, the installment level, and who paid that. And we can filter. The filter can be set to your preference also. Then we can download this whole payment into an Excel file. That's using a CSV download. Here up here you can see download CSV. We can get an Excel file of it where we can manipulate to even get the debtors list. We can manipulate to get the list of the payment made in a particular class and all that. So let's do an Excel download here. I'm going to click on download, and you can see the payment is already downloaded, and then I'm going to open it, and let's see how it's going to be opened. Now it is opened on our Excel sheet, so you can rearrange that to get all the details, and then you can save this to your local computer, to your phone, or to any device that you are using to make reference to it. Note that this file is going to download all the payments of the school, or all the payments of the school. If it is a 5-year payment, you will see all of them will be downloaded right here. But it is so easy to manipulate it. What has it captured? It has captured the student username, the student first name, the surname, the first name, the current class that payment was made for, the payment due. In this case, it's 45,000. The amount paid by the student is 45,000. The balance, you see, the balance is displayed here. So we can see that the student doesn't have any balance to pay here, while other students do have. Then we have the payment date, the payment method, the who deposited it, and the school account that the payment was sent to. Is this payment confirmed? When you see false, it means that it has not been confirmed. True means it has been confirmed. And we can see the session that it is paid for and the term that payment reference. We can filter these payments. If you want to see all the SS3 payments, of course, if you know how to use the Excel to filter, we can just want to filter based on particular criteria. So if I go to data and then I click on the filter, I will see all the filter button there. That means I can filter this detail based on whatever criteria. I'm going to go to current class, and I want to select all the payment made by SS3. So I just deselect all this, and I say okay, and it will give me all the detail of payments made by SS3 students. So, and for this particular period, of course, I can filter it by the session also. I can just go, haven't gotten this, I can go to the session. I want the 2023 section only, and then I want for the first term only, and it has already given me. So quickly I can know how much the school has paid. The Excel environment allow me to quickly do that. And how am I going to do that? You can see all the fee due for all the payment, all the students, for the payment that have been made. You can see the fee due, you can see the amount paid so far. So I can just do a select here and then go to my home and pick our sum. I want to see how much total the students have actually paid this time. So I can see the total is here. They have paid 77,000. Then how much balance that is due from all the payment that we have made so far. Just do a total sum of it. So we have a balance of this. Of course, you know how to format it to see it in currency and all that. The portal wouldn't have done that for you in an Excel format here. So I am going to just format it so that I see it better. I just do a format, and then I put 1,000 temperature, 2 decimal places, and all that. So I just get that, and I can see, oh, this is the total that I have for all the students in SS3, and then their balance is 218,000, and the amount paid so far is 77,000. So, and this is the amount paid for. But if I want to know all the fee that I'm actually expecting, also, why not? I can do a sum of that also, and I can filter. I can edit all this to give me a look that I want generally, not give me a look that I want generally, and I can see that I can manipulate that file and get all the details. So I can print out this one and print out the names of the debtor. This is how much you are owing, and this is for all the classes, all the students in SS3. I can remove the filter. Why not? So I go back to my data and then I remove the filter so that I can get all the detail of all the students back in the school. This is a simple way for you to use Excel, downloading it from your portal and use Excel to get details of your payment information. So with this, we have come to the end of the payment module walkthrough on the Schooly portal. Get your reports, enter all your data. Through the admin section, you can do that, and through the dashboard, you can do that. You have a view of a total report for your payment. The students are able to generate their receipt from their end. If you log in as a student, you will see the receipt, and the student can download the receipt, get their amount due and the balance they need to pay to the school. The comprehensive detail of their payment, they see it from the student dashboard. Thank you very much, and let's meet in the next video.